How great would it be if you could remove all these distracting people from the background with just one click? Well, with the new Camera RAW 17.2, you can do exactly that, and we're going to look at 3 different examples of how you can use this tool. So to begin with, you need to upgrade it to Camera RAW 17.2, and then go into the settings, go down to the technology preview section, and turn on the new AI features and settings panel. You need to enable this, and then just say OK. And all you need to do now is go to the Remove tab, and at the bottom here, you'll see a new option under the distraction removal section for people. When you open this up, it will automatically find the background people. And the beauty of this tool is it tries to find people who are distracting in the background and not necessarily eliminate your foreground subject. So if you're shooting a person on purpose, it tries to keep them while getting rid of everybody else. And this is just a very common situation when you're out traveling or in otherwise busy locations. And of course, cloning all these people out would take a tremendous amount of time that's just not worth it. So once you've got these previews, you don't have a lot of options. You could go and click on a pin and just hit the delete key to not adjust an area, but that's really the only control you have. You can't paint on these red areas to expand them or erase and contract a bit. It's just kind of automatic. So I'm going to undo. So I have this available because all of these areas are people I'd like to remove. I do see there's a couple of people in the background it's missed, but we can go back with the standard remove tool and manually do that later if we want to. Once you decide if you want to have all these removed, just simply click on the remove button, let the generative AI work in the background. And just that easy, it has done an incredible job of cleaning up this image. I mean, look from before, we've got people in the corner, in the background over here, there's part of someone's leg over here. All these different distractions were found and removed. Now, are they perfect? No, definitely not. I mean, if we zoom in, we're going to see some areas where it's not perfect, but honestly, it's really good. I mean, it matches the background. This is actually principle in this case. I wouldn't say the tool is always going to be at that level, but a lot of times it does a pretty amazing job. And this is just a tech preview. So I am completely blown away by how good this tool can be on the right image. Now, as I said, it missed a few people, so let's go fix them as well. I'm going to go and click on the regular remove tool, use generative AI, and I guess it's just like one person here. I'm not sure what this was, a person or what this is over here. We'll say remove. And when it's removing things like this that are blurred in the background, it'll probably do a pretty good job since there's not a lot of detail to begin with. I'm going to click through my options here, see if I have a better version. I don't think I like any of those. Let's go and delete this. And maybe just go a little bit bigger. I probably didn't get quite the right selection. If it's seeing some little edge of what used to be there, it may be trying to fill it back in and just kind of replacing one person with another. And that looks pretty good. Let's just cycle through and take a look. And I like that one the best. So we'll take that and I'm just going to zoom back. One last time here, just look kind of before to after, how easily we clean things up. So I'm going to call this image a really good success story. In the second image, this is something I used for a video in the past where we stacked multiple images to get rid of the moving people in the foreground. And I still think that can be a useful technique. Let's take a look at how this tool works on a scene like this, because there's some interesting pieces, right? There's a person moving next to a mannequin. There's background people who have some stuff. This guy has a cart. This person is moving and ghosted. It's kind of a tricky scene to clean up. So let's see how well this tool does. So open this up and we can see right away, it found this person. It seems to want to remove the mannequin. It's found the people here and it missed this person over here, which it will not, we can't paint it in, so it's not going to get removed. So we already know it's going to be imperfect. We'll have to manually fix this, and we may have to mask out this result with layers in Photoshop, but let's just see how it does. And I think that's a pretty noble result. Overall, it looks pretty good. There's a person I see here who didn't get removed. It still has some stuff like a desk here I don't really like. Obviously, we need to clone this out. We need to clone this guy out, but it's a pretty good result from before to after. Would I take this result over what we did in the previous video where we cleaned all this up? No, and I'll link that video below so you can see that approach, which I still think makes a lot of sense for something like this. But that is a helpful result we could clean up further. Now, I want to note something else that's happening here. Look from before to after, but ignore the parts that we know it fixed. Take a look over here and watch what happens from before to after. There's actually a change in the shadow detail. I see it in the glass. I see it in the background here. I'm not sure why it's doing it, but these areas outside the red are being adjusted. And from my perspective, that's probably a bug and hopefully something that will get improved in the future. but just be aware it may make some surprising changes elsewhere in the image. So of course we could go and just clone these out using the regular remove tool, but we've already taken a look at that. So let's move on to our third example. And in this case, we have multiple different people. Let's kind of close this for a second here. We've got people moving on these stairs. They're at different distances. There's a person in the background here. There's people here. A lot of things going on. And then we have some complex detail in the foreground. This railing is obscured, and a lot of these stairs are. If you were going to manually clone this, there's really no good detail to source here. So let's see how well the AI does with a tricky situation like this. So open this up, let it find the people, and I would say it did perfect in finding the people. It even found this little person in the background. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Let's take a look. If we just zoom in here for a second and just take a look at what we're dealing with. I mean, that's amazing. There's 3 people here, and this people distraction is actually finding all 3 of them. So I am quite impressed. I wouldn't say that when I've used this tool across dozens of images, it always does this well, but oftentimes it does a pretty good job. So there's no mistakes here. I don't need to remove any of these or delete the red areas. I think we're ready to go. So I'll just click on remove and let it do its work. And I think it's done a noble job here. If we look from before to after, I think it's done a nice job with things in the background. Certainly social media levels of quality, that's going to look great. This foreground, not quite as much. Obviously, the detail in the stairs is not great. It needs more texture. This railing isn't quite right. If we zoom in here, clearly this foreground would be unprintable without further work, but we could fix it. And quite frankly, this would just be hard to do manually anyway. I mean, so it's an impressive result looking from before to after. I mean, what else would you do here? So this is another example where shooting an extra frame where it's clean in the foreground would be ideal. And you might take kind of a hybrid approach, shooting something where you have multiple frames and you're not going to get rid of all the people in the distance. You got all these people back here and here. So perhaps you want to shoot to get a clean foreground with the toughest places and then let the AI take care of the rest. And that could be a good approach to using a tool like this. Now to learn more about Adobe's AI remove tools, click to this next video.